Hey everybody, welcome back to another video of Gage's Outdoors. So I've got my most recent purchase here. It's an old Ford 9N tractor. The hood and everything was on it when I got it, but I've worked on it a little bit, as you can see. The starter motor was getting really hot and would quit working after you cranked it a second. Well, I took the starter off, took this little cover off, and cleaned it out real good with a wire brush and some PB Blaster, and that fixed it up good. It's a pretty good little tractor. The front tires are decent and the back tires are in great shape. It is a 9N because the clutch is here, left brake's here, and then the right brake's over there. It's a 3-speed with reverse. Pretty good little tractor. I don't know if the 3-point works. I hope it does. I really hope it does, but if it don't, we'll be fixing that. So what I've done so far is taking the distributor off because we had no spark. I did have a new new used distributor laying around, so I put that distributor on there. And well, I don't have any spark as of now because I have a little spark tester I've been using. It comes in really handy. I just put this end on the spark plug, this end on the ground. Works great. Next thing, I guess, is to see if we have power to the coil. And if we had got power to the coil, then it's something to do with the distributor. I might need to widen those points a little bit or something. I don't know. But, yeah. So we'll get to that. I'll see if I have power to the coil. Alright, so I got my little voltage tester screwdriver deal on here. Gone to the ground, which is held on by vice grips. And I'm going to see if I have power to the coil real quick while I turn it over. This screwdriver thing should light up if I do. Alright, this should light up. I hope. Okay, it does. So that's great. So that means we got power to the coil, so I guess that means it's in the distributor. So I guess I'll take that cap off and see what its problem is. Okay, so I checked and we are getting power to the coil, but we still didn't have any spark. So I went ahead and just took the distributor off. It's hanging out right here. And I'm going to file these little points right in there. My granddad's going to get a little file right now. And we can file them points. But until then, we're not going to have much luck with spark. So the next step is hopefully to get the carburetor put back on. I didn't show you guys that, but it goes over here. It's in really bad shape. Well, as far as rust and stuff, it's real rusty. Hopefully once we get the carb back on and the spark maker, the distributor, whatever you want to call it, hopefully we can see if this thing will start. I have no idea. Hopefully it will, but that's the point of the video. Will it start? Alright, so after taking the distributor off the front here, I filed the points and adjusted the points a little bit. Let's see if we have spark. I got my little spark tester on here. We should see a little orange flash across there. Yeah, looks like we got good spark now. So next thing is to put the little carburetor back on, or back together, and we'll go from there. I got the little carb right in here in the shop. I do have a new gasket for it, so I'll put that on, get the float back on and stuff, and we'll get the carb on. Spray a little ether in there, and see if it'll fire off that. Alright, so I got the little carburetor back on, and I'm going to see if it'll finally fire up. We got spark, and I'm going to use some quality ether here and see if it won't fire up a little bit. There we go, fired up. It's a good little tractor. I'm hoping get the gas tank back on. It's hanging out over there on the trailer. We'll get the gas tank back on it, and I got to replace one of the radiator lines and give it some more antifreeze, and we'll see if it'll drive. But that concludes the first part of will it start. We know it'll start. Now the next part, will it run?